All right, welcome back. We told you that we're going to be monitoring what's going on at the Emirates. So just in case you're not seeing that game, let's tell you, it's 2-0. I mean, there's really nothing to say. There's really nothing to say in defense of this team. Or more, I mean, there's nothing.
It can't get any worse. At this stage, I think Wenger must go.
Okay.
That's just, I think.
I look forward to what he's going to say. All right, let's get back to Sonny now. Well, Sonny, I know you didn't plan to talk about this, but let's just throw this in for you before we get to talk about Russia. The Arsenal manager, the Arsenal team, what can you say? Nothing to say in defense of this team anymore.
Nigeria, Yemi, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Arsene Wenger, he's been around for so long, and I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point.
Okay, all right. Let's move on, and let's talk about football at your end. There, talk about the women. What's going on?
Well, in terms of the women's FIFA rankings, we've got some of the top teams in the world getting ready for the She Believes Cup tournament, Yemi. This is the third edition of the She Believes Cup. It kicks off very shortly, within the hour. The opening match will feature France against England. France won the title last year at this 4-team tournament. And then after that match in Columbus, Ohio, there will be a second match between the United States women's national soccer team and Germany. The USA and Germany are the top 2 ranked teams in women's football. And so it's a good tournament, I think, for these women as they get ready for the next Olympics and the next Women's World Cup. It's a good tournament to see some of the younger players for the United States in particular. And we'll see. The USA won the first edition in 2016. I mentioned France won last year. The format of the tournament, basically double headers. They'll play double headers, the 4 teams, and then the winner will be based on total points. They'll be receiving the She Believes Cup. But yeah, from a rankings perspective, Yemi, this is a big tournament for the women.
Okay, Sonny, before we let you go tonight, let's talk about Russia. The International Olympic Committee has reinstated Russia, but WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, still has issues with Russia. International Paralympic Committee as well still has issues with Russia. The IAAF as well still has issues. Everyone has issues with Russia, but as far as the IOC is concerned, Russia is have done enough to be back in the fold.
Yeah, it's a controversial topic, Yemi. You mentioned the IAAF. As we talk, the World Indoor Championships taking place in Birmingham, England. And as far as I know, there are no Russian athletes taking part in that athletic meet. I know Sebastian Coe, the IAAF president, has said that he doesn't think they're ready to welcome back the Russians. That said, the IOC decision came, just a few days after the end of the Winter Olympics. It's got to help Russia's profile as they get ready to host the World Cup in June, Yemi. I think it's they feel good about it. I know other countries maybe have a few things to say about whether these Russian athletes are clean or not. Getting back to the Olympics, I know the Russian ice hockey players were very excited when they won the gold medal, and I know they sang the Russian national anthem. So it's a hot button topic, this reinstatement by the IOC of Russia.
Okay, Sonny, want to thank you for your time on the show tonight. We've enjoyed your perspective. Hopefully we'll do this again next week.
Thank you, Yemi. It's always a pleasure to be on Sports Tonight.
All right. Thank you very much. That's our friend from the Voice of America, Sonny Young, laying it down for us, giving us his perspective about a whole lot of issues. All right. Well, let's quickly get back to some of the things we were talking about. We'll fill you in if anything changes, but just in case you don't know, it's okay. I guess there's nothing else to say. It's 3-0 now, and wow. It's over. It's all over. So it's 3-0 now. Still 45 minutes to be played. I don't know if these guys will be able to come out for the second half, but we'll see. We'll see. We're still in the first half, just about 35 minutes played, and it's all over. There's really nothing to be said. All right, let's quickly move on. Or do you have anything to say?
It's a pity that this is happening to us now. They have so many fans here in Nigeria, and if this is happening to a football club that has so many fan base in Nigeria, I think Wenger should just throw in the towel.
Since we're there, let me quickly ask you this. Since we're on the matter, let me quickly ask you this. A lot of people will tell you that it doesn't look like Wenger is the type that can get fired. But you think if these results continue, the owners might be tempted to say, man, it's time to go.
I mean, there've been issues already flying all over that so many managers have been tipped to take over from him.
Luis Enrique,
Joachim Low, and so many of them like that. So his job is already on the line.
Okay.
I think he's
all right
to just throw in the towel and just leave.
Do the honorable thing. That's what more is saying.
Simple.
Simple. Let's wait and see. For the fans, harrowing experience for the fans. The goals just keep coming in. Okay. All right. Let's spare thought for wrestling on the show tonight. Let's quickly inform you that the Nigerian Wrestling Federation we sent 3 female freestyle wrestlers to the Beat the Street event in New York on the invitation of the United States Wrestling Federation. The one-day event, which is scheduled to be staged near the heart of New York City, will hold on Thursday, May the 17th. The wrestlers who will be drawn from the 55-kilogram category, 57-kilogram, and 59-kilogram weight classes will be accompanied by a coach and a team leader. Team Nigeria is expected to arrive for the event on May 14th. This is another good one. Talking about exposure, talking about best practices all over. I mean, I'm very happy when I hear things like this.
Fantastic to even help them for the upcoming Commonwealth Games. So I think these athletes will be in great shape, great mindset, prepared, and great conditions going towards the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, and that's very good. It's instructive. This experience, I mean, you can't quantify it with money because, I mean, you go outside of the country. I've always maintained that you can't train in isolation. Yeah, you need situations like this to help you, I mean, know your level, so to speak.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, just compare yourself with other people, because most times what usually happens is that you train with your peers.
Yes.
If you're training with your peers,
international experience, exposure to more facilities. So this alone will make them, the confidence level will be raising. So these athletes going to any competition now, they are top notch. So everything, the weather, everything, will be acclimatized with them. So I think it's a great move from the Wrestling Federation.
Okay, let's also inform you about this one. He just hinted about the Commonwealth Games. So, it's been confirmed now that a total of 90 athletes and 43 officials will be making the trip to Gold Coast, Australia. That's the venue of the Commonwealth Games. And the ministry has finalized preparations for the games. That's heartwarming, because usually you have issues about funding
exactly.
But it seems probably we've learned our lessons from issues in the past, and are trying to do things the right way.
We have to we can't keep going to competitions less prepared, as if we didn't know it is going to happen. So it's that time.
As if it wasn't on the calendar.
I mean, so at least competitions are on the calendar. So the high time we prepare early for them. So we know that going to this competition, we know this and this is our target. This and this is what we want to go and achieve. So if we keep doing like this, in the next 2-3 years, Nigeria will be up there in the calendar.
Okay, all right. So let's just leave it at that. Hopefully, all things will work together for us. We'll do well in all of the events that we intend to partake in, talking about the Commonwealth Games. All right, let's come home now. Let's talk about the domestic league, Nigeria Professional Football League. And let me quickly ask you, how impressed have you been with all our teams on the continent. It's still 4-4 for Nigeria. Let me quickly say that at some point we hope to link up with the coach of Eyimba. Once we're able to do that, we will start the conversation with him. But let me quickly allow you to have your say. Talking about the teams on the continent, how have they fared after that round of qualification? They're now in the final round before they get into the group stage. But your impression generally?
Personally, I think I've been impressed with what I've seen so far. But Aqua United, the other time, they didn't fare so well. But
in the first leg?
Yeah, in the first leg. But hopefully, I pray they bounce back. Every other team had something to prove to that you see, Nigeria is a footballing nation, so every other team has something to prove. So Aqua United will learn from the first leg, and I think gather the experience and needed to move ahead.
Yeah,
we can still fly.
Yeah, hopefully all the teams. I mean, there's no opportunity to not start well, so it won't all go well for the teams if they don't start well. You know, Aqua United lost the first leg, but went away, did the job, beat Banjul Hawks, and they were through to that final round. But of course, the next set of matches very tough. But we hope that all our teams will be able to progress to the next round. We are still trying to get across to the manager of Eyimba. Once we're able to do that, we'll let you know. But we can quickly move on the show. Let's travel abroad. We'll get back to that later. Let's travel abroad and talk about Russia. Sonny Young hinted earlier that that news is good for Russia. They are hosting the World Cup in less than 4 months, and I mean everything about them shows that they are ready to host the World Cup.
Yeah, Russia, as a country, they are ready to host the World Cup. They should just, issue of drug, doping, and everything. I think they should just clean their house. Their house should be clean. They should be kept in order. Apart from the facilities and every other thing that is well in shape, their athletes should make sure that they are clean. Enough of all these doping incidences that might mar the competition. So if all these little dots are being taken care of, I think Russia as a country, the stadium, everything, I think everything is getting set for Russia.
Let's talk about facilities now. Since you hinted about it, let's quickly show you the delegation, right there, FIFA delegation in Russia. They are touring the facilities, looking at all the facilities to see if it's ready. Today was Sochi that they went to. They looked around, saw the facilities, everything that was there, how good it was, and it's good that we're getting past mark everywhere the delegation goes. They're getting past mark, talking about the facilities.
They prepared for this before now. Immediately the last World Cup ended, they knew they are hosting this World Cup. So the preparation has already started, has begun a long time. So what they are doing now, they are just putting finishing touches to everything that is needed to be done in terms of maybe putting finishing touches to the stadium and one or two facilities that just needs to be worked on. So as it is now, if the World Cup wants to hold tomorrow, as we speak, Russia, I can give you 100% that Russia is ready.
Yeah,
it's 100% ready for this.
I agree with you. Okay, let's listen to the FIFA delegation that was in Sochi, what they had to say, talking about Colin Smith, the competition and events officer, and the local organizing committee chief, Alexei Sorokin. Let's listen to both of them, what they had to say, and we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
For the FIFA World Cup compared to the FIFA Confederations Cup requires that we upgrade and expand certain facilities. This has always been planned. Our focus now is really on finalising those temporary infrastructures, so increasing the size of the media centre, hospitality facilities, and just looking at the flows and organisational arrangements around the stadium.
The LOC position is certainly no different from FIFA's position. We do not condone any such activity, any racist behaviour. If you look at the statistics, the situation in Russia has improved greatly over the last 2 years. There are practically no incidents of racist nature. We see it as a very positive achievement. There has been no racist incidents whatsoever during Confederations Cup or any other international event in Russia, and we intend to keep that trend during the World Cup. Thank you.
Okay, so Russia is ready, and 100% ready. Okay, all right, let's go to break. When we return, still a lot for you on Sports Tonight. John Scales.